We're at the Toyota stand at the Abu Dhabi Motor Show here, and I'm here with Hugh Dickerson from Futtaim Motors. And you seem to have a camel on your stand. Can you tell me what the spec is for this new product range?
Well, this is the one-humped version. I do believe elsewhere in the world they do come in two humps. Good afternoon, Shazad. Well, clearly we're in the UAE. This is a sight you might see every day. So therefore we wanted reflected on our stand a real view of what the UAE can look like motoring-wise.
Yeah, it's marvelously realistic. Is it stuffed or is it a model?
That is a trade secret, but it is, like everything, is Toyota quality.
It is Toyota quality. And more intriguing is the vehicle that he's sitting on. And this is an Arctic Truck edition of this vehicle?
Yeah, clearly this is the well-known, much-loved Land Cruiser pickup. But with our friends at Arctic Truck, the well-renowned four-wheel drive modification specialist, we've given it a bit of a lift, a bit of tougher shocks, bigger wheels to give it that kind of real go-anywhere feel. Now clearly the pickup is legendary for going anywhere, anyway, but this is really going to improve that performance even more. And I think it'll really go down well here in Abu Dhabi.
It'll be really interesting to see this out in the desert, and also two-wheeling on Sheikh Zayed Road, I think.
I can't possibly comment.
This is great, but you've got some more fantastic stuff here that I really want to get to. So let's move on and let's have a look at some of your other great cars.
Fantastic.
We're looking at the FJ Cruiser Desert Raider, and this is one mean-looking car. Hugh, what have you done to this FJ?
Well, quite frankly, I let it loose in our after-sales department, and the guys really went to town. FJ clearly is well loved around his parts. We've done many different conversions of the FJ over time, and the guys really went wild. We think this is going to go down a storm. Not yet commercially available in this form, but we've already had so many people just in the first day of the show asking about this particular car. Again, beefed up suspension, bigger wheels, modifications all over the place, and I think it really looks a cracker. I hope you agree.
So yeah, no, absolutely. So this is not available to buy like this, but can you buy the bits for it to make your FJ look like this, or?
Well, I think a number of the cars you see on the back wall of our stand here today are really just to tempt the public, to understand the reaction of the public of is this the kind of stuff that we want to be doing. And I think the reaction we've got so far is this is the kind of things that people want to do for us. Obviously, doing it in our workshops and with our friends at Arctic Truck, you can be assured that the quality of the conversion is going to be fantastic. So from our point of view, we're looking to develop more and more of these conversions going forward. You've already seen it in the FJ Stealth that's over there, which we've sold loads of this year, so we're going to do more and more of this stuff going forward. And FJ is the perfect car to do it on.
And this is also Arctic Trucks treated, if you like?
Actually, we've done this internally within the Futtaim Motors workshop, but we will be working with Arctic Truck on a number of different vehicles where their specialist comes in terms of suspension and shocks. So I
think a lot of our readers will be very interested in this car. What sort of time frame are we looking at to get something like that people could actually buy out of the dealership?
That all depends on the reaction. The people who come down to the show, if there's a real strong reaction to it, we'll work out what we can commercialise it. So from my point of view, if we've got enough demand out there, let's have a look at doing it.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Aside from this though, there's a car over there that I am desperate to go and have a look at. Let's do that.
Perfect.
Here at the Abu Dhabi Motor Show is the first chance to look at the FT86 concept. And this is a car that pays tribute to the famous AE86, which became such a popular car with drifters in the Japanese underground drifting culture. Now this car is something that's going to become a production reality quite soon. And just looking at this particular model is making me drool, quite frankly. What's the reaction you're expecting from Abu Dhabi crowds on this car?
Well, firstly, their reaction will be tempered if you actually drool on the car, so take a step back. But no, we're very, very excited about this car. As you say, this is the FT86G, which is a slightly tweaked performance version of the A86 that made its debut at the Tokyo show. I think the reaction to this car is clearly going to be unbelievable. Clearly there's a big sports car culture in the UAE. Equally, Toyota has a long history of fantastic cars. When you look at Celicas, you go back to the Corolla AE86. So a rear-wheel drive car, a powerful 2-litre engine in the front.
I mean, we don't know the specifics at the moment fully, but how much horsepower will this thing have?
Like you, I wish I had the specifics, and I don't have all the specifics.
So it's a 2-litre?
It's a 2-litre, and this particular one is a 2-litre turbo in the front.
2-litre turbo, rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
A limited slip diff? Are we talking drifter? We're talking drifter.
I cannot possibly condone on camera drifting around the streets of the UAE, but I'm sure it can
where
do
the
some
environment
stuff.
is conducive to do that sort of thing.
I suspect you might better hang the end out a little bit.
Yeah. Manual gearbox on this car?
Again, all the specifics have yet to be confirmed from Toyota, exactly what this car is going to be.
What's the sort of timescale we're looking at when we can start to learn a little bit more about it, and when maybe people can start to put in orders and stuff like that?
From my point of view, from Futtaim Motors' point of view, when we saw this, when it came out of a packing crate from Japan, we were really excited about it. We think that the car hopefully will have a production form within the next 2 years. That's our hope.
In terms of rivals, who do you think this will be going up against? Are we talking Porsche Cayman and that sort of area?
I guess that's difficult to say until I have full details. But obviously many of the customers who go for this car probably have a large collection of cars, maybe have many cars in their collection, so it may complement an SUV in their collection. So I really don't know. I guess we're hoping in terms of the pricing that actually it's going to be accessible for a reasonably wide audience. So it's not going to be high end. That is my hope. But again, I really just don't know. That's a dream.
Quite aside from this car, you have another new car that you're launching here today over there, which is called the Zelas. Now, that's also a sporty little car, and it feels to me a little bit like you're laying the groundwork for the arrival of something like this.
I think it's a little bit more than just laying the groundwork. I think, we're excited about the Zelas. Zelas from the Italian word zelante, meaning passion and enthusiastic, I think perfectly sums up the youth market in the UAE. And we think this car is really giving the youth what they want. They're looking for performance, they're looking for sportiness, they're looking for great looks, and also they're looking for a car that's affordable, that their pocket can afford. And we think the Zelas really gives that. It's got a 2.5 litre powerful engine, it's got great sports handling, good looks, and it's got a great price. And also you'll see from the car we've got on stand here, it's perfectly adaptable, where the guys could stamp their mark of individuality.
Yes, because you've got two different versions there. One with a very interesting gold, black and gold paintwork, it looks like.
Yeah, we've got the normal production version that you will take from the showroom, but also we've had a little bit of fun to show, quite frankly, how easy it is to really stamp your mark of individuality on the car. We've changed the interior of the car. We've got Alcantara red seats and in the roof lining.
That'll all be available to buyers?
Well, for us, it's a question to see whether the car really, the customers want us to do it, or they want to go out and individualize it themselves. Yeah. I think that's one we'll discover with our customers, how they want to go. We think quite a lot of the customers might go out and just do it themselves and have that stamp of individuality. I think going forward, we may do some of it ourselves, maybe having some limited editions and things like that. I think this is a great thing about a motor show, that we'll be listening to the customer's reaction. It's the first time they've seen it. That's why we've done it, to stimulate some thought, for them to come down and feedback and say, hey, yeah, Mr. Toyota, we would like you to do that for us. And some others will go, no, we want to do it ourselves. For us, it's a perfect car. For me, it's a perfect blank canvas, whether we build on it, whether they build on it. But even blank canvas form, we think it's a sporty little number.
So with cars like the Zelas and the preview of this fantastic FT86, what's the message for our readers as far as Toyota is concerned going forward?
Well, I think, from my point of view, maybe cliche, but the future is bright. You ought to wear shades, I think, is the phrase that follows. That is bad. No, from our point of view, we're very positive about the future. Clearly, we've talked about the SUV range, which is clearly market leading. We've got our passenger car range, which is legendary status, your Camrys and your Corollas, but therefore that little sporty number, a little extra special ingredient is coming. That's possibly a bit they've been lacking over the last few years, but now that's coming in spades. Firstly with the Zelas, FT86 to come, and I'm sure more things to come after that.
More exciting stuff to come. Hugh Dickerson, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
We're here at the launch of the new Toyota Zelas at the Abu Dhabi Motor Show, and I'm with Nagai, who is the chief engineer on this project. Hello, welcome to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, nice to meet you. My name is Nagai. I'm from Japan, in charge of the full development of this vehicle as a chief engineer.
This vehicle is new to our market, but it's been seen before in America, I think, as a Scion.
Yes, so that this vehicle that already introduced for US market as a Scion TC, but almost the same to that different names of the Toyota Zelas to that GCC countries from now on to introduce.
Marvelous. And what's the engine and transmission on this car?
Yeah, transmission in that new AR engine, the 2.5 liters that volume of the engines, and these are 177 horsepower, big high engines, and also that transmission in automatic and manual is available in both of the 6 gears. So that 680 is new transmission for the dedicate for this vehicle to that the more smooth driving and also that fuel consumption point of view, the much better to that good feeling for drive.
And it's quite a compact car, quite
Yeah.
a funky coupe shape with a very nice paintwork on this car you're standing next to. Who is this car aimed at?
So that we are basically focused on that young customer basis. So that young customer from the first to that enjoy this vehicle as a fun to drive as a vehicle. So that the coupe is that sometimes that unique for that more sporty side feelings. So that especially for the younger generation, likely to drive it every day for urban use as a sporty feelings. So that we introduce for the as a coupe to that their only enjoyable customers. That some of that Gen Y or that fun seeker or that enjoyable people to driving for the everyday use for this vehicle. The size is slightly smaller because of that vehicle weight. We want to reduce that together with a big engine. That is a more high speed run or the more that torqueful run. They can do it.
I look forward to driving the car soon and getting some of those fine sporty feelings. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for
welcome.
talking to us. Thank you.